It starts innocently when we're young, that desire to be somebody else. Everybody wanted to be a superhero when they were young. They ever wanted to be super strong, or they wanted to be invisible, or you wanted to be able to fly, move at the speed of light. Everybody wanted to be some sort of superhero. But when you take a look at the analogy of wanting to be a superhero, I don't believe it's actually the superhero that we wanted to be when we were younger. It's just that we had faced something within ourselves. We had discovered something within ourselves that we were less proud of and didn't want to have ownership to. We didn't want to have. We didn't feel confident. We didn't feel strong. We felt vulnerable, and so we wanted to get rid of that vulnerability. We wanted to get rid of that insecurity. We wanted to overcome that obstacle, that part of us that we weren't so sure of, that part of us that made us feel unsure, that part of us that made us feel anxious. We wanted to get rid of it. And so we looked for the first symbol, the first thing, the first being that we could see that didn't have that seemed to be impervious to that seemed to be above that of which we have found we were not. We wanted a hero. We wanted to be somebody else. And that's the real crux of it. Wanting to be somebody else. Wanting to leave our own shell and become somebody else. We wanted to run away from that which we were insecure of. We wanted to run away from the anxiety, from the insecurity, from the unknown that was within. We didn't know how to beat it. We didn't know how to get past it. Had no idea how to get around it, so we simply wanted to get away. And as we come into our adult lives, these superheroes, because we can't believe in superheroes anymore because we're fully grown, and grown people can't believe in superheroes that loudly anymore. We can't say it out loud, that loud anymore, for it to be socially accepted. So therefore we look for Susan, we look for John, we look for Daryl, we look for Tiffany that doesn't have that insecurity, and we wish we were them. But you see, because this person we're now wishing that we could be is human, we can therefore then spend our time trying to recreate the versions of ourselves, trying to pick apart the parts of our personality that don't quite fit, so we can be more like Susan, like Tiffany, like John, like Darrell. You see, but the problem with all of this is, whilst these people only have names momentarily, i.e. we're only affected, we only project this one onto those that are immediately around us. So today we're trying to be more like Darrell. Tomorrow we're trying to be more like John. Next year we're trying to be more like our boss called James. The year after that we're trying to be like our mentor, Tom. And we spend so much time trying to be like these other people. We spend so much time trying to fix the parts of our personality to match that which is an example in front of us that we're not quite happy with within ourselves, but we can see that these people seem to have the things of which we want, that we lose ourselves. We've lost us. We no longer know who we are, because who we have become is a collage of everyone that used to be in our lives. We don't know who we are because what we are now is a product of expired wants and unfulfilled desires. We don't know who we are. We don't know who we are. The fact of the matter is, your insecurity was as temporary as your solution. Your insecurity was as temporary as the John, Susan, or Jane that you tried to replicate, that you tried to copy, that you tried to be. Your insecurity was temporary. It's already gone because it was related to a situation that unearthed it. You held on to the fear that came on with it, that came on about it, that came on after it. But actually the bit that you've been trying so desperately to fix actually wasn't there because it was just a skill that you hadn't acquired yet. It was just a part of you that hadn't unearthed itself yet. It was just a bit of you that you hadn't fueled, that didn't have the power, that didn't have the possibility, it didn't have the opportunity. We spend so much time trying to find painkillers for our present situation, trying to find a pill to fix our present situation, our present inadequacy, the bit that we're concerned about, rather than taking the time to dig deep to find out where the actual thing begun from, to find out what the thing actually is so you can understand how to get past it. What we're busy trying to do is that super fix, that quick fix, that bit, that band-aid to a slit throat that just makes it okay for now. But here's the thing about painkillers. Painkillers don't eliminate pain. They cover it up. They take apart the part of your brain that makes you aware of pain and numbs it. But they don't get rid of the source of pain. And the same thing is replicated when you are talking about trying to become someone else. When you're talking about trying to change the part of your personality into somebody else's. You haven't gone to the depths of why it is that you feel that you are missing something and therefore filled it. What you've done is you've tried to pop a pill by trying to be more like John instead of trying to be more like you. And whilst you're trying to do that, whilst that's your answer, whilst that's your solution, understand that your solution can only be temporary. Because it's not really a solution, it's nothing but a pill. If you want to grow, if you want to evolve as a person, as a human, then you have to learn to face some facts. You have to learn to look inward. You have to learn to see yourself for what you are. You need to learn to see yourself for who you are. You need to learn to be proud of the voice that comes out of your mouth. You need to learn to be proud of the thought process that goes through your head. You can't run from who you are. You can't run from who you were, because the two are a 2 + 2 equation that equals who you're about to be. So your understanding of who you were, your understanding of who you are is absolutely crucial if you are going to be the person that you desire to be. You can't fix it with a pill.